Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today, me and my friend gonna show you our presentation about maths. So let me introduce our group to you all. So Rifki, you can go first. Introduce.
Hello everyone, my name Muhammad Rifki Aziz.
Hello everyone, my name is Siva Amelia.
Hello everyone, my name is Sandi.
Hello everyone, my name is Ina Safitri.
Hello everyone, my name is Ganang Hilmi Faik.
Okay. What is maths? Maths in Greek, namely mythos or myths in Netherlands, are stories from generation to generation since the past, which contain interpretation of the universe and are considered to have actually happened by their followers and adherents. So the first myth can be explained by Rifki. So Rifki, you can go.
The first myth, the more course and credits, students will be smarter. Education in Indonesia is currently considered not good compared to education abroad. Education in Indonesia has a fairly dense curriculum. Each student has to study many subjects in lectures. Even some lessons are considered incompatible with future careers. Looking at the education system abroad, where the education time is shorter and the curriculum taken is in accordance with their education plan, this allows students to qualify for the job level they are aiming for. With a short study time, students can seek experiences outside of lectures, such as participating part-time and others. Next slide. The second myth, the more they learn programming language, the easier it will be for the student to find work. In fact, teaching many programming languages to a college student is tantamount to not teaching it at all. We recommend the student from semester 1 to 5 only focus on one programming language. This will improve student programming skills. Concentration in one programming language will improve student programming skills, will help students understand advanced lessons in the next semester, and help students to do their thesis well. I return to moderator.
Udah, ngomong deh. Saya kembalikan
Udah.
gitu. Dibilang
Udah.
saya kembalikan ke moderator.
Udah,
Allah Akbar.
return udah.
Gak denger gua demi Allah.
Ah, gimana? Nang, lu denger kan, Nang? Gak, Nang? Coba.
Gak ada yang denger.
Tuh, denger. Lu yang budak berarti. Udah.
Tahan. Ulang lagi. Bilang.
Musik lu itu patiin dulu makanya.
Ya udah, orang digoda kedengar.
Edit aja ya.
Iya, selalu ada.
Ulang lagi bilang.
Ih, kan gue yang record. Yang penting tempat gue udah kedengeran. Udah, bener-bener.
Okay, the next myth can be explained by Sipa. Sipa, you can go.
Thanks to moderator, third myths. These campus students has limited brains and admission due to not being accepted to other universities. Never let this kind of mindset continue to exist. Never assume that students are stupid and intelligent. There is no stupid human being. That intelligence is essentially forged or not born. Anyone who wants hard work and discipline will then be smart and intelligent. The solution that can be given is to prepare a curriculum and a good and systematic learning model. Next. fourth maths lecture can be wrong and must be able to answer all student questions. This statement cannot be justified. Not all questions asked by student must be answered directly by the lecturer. If the lecturer does not know the student answer correctly, the lecturer only answer without a scientific basis. The solution that can be done is that the lecturer can also respond to such situation by saying that he doesn't know about it and will find out and explain it all the next meeting. Return to moderator.
Okay, and the next myth can be explained by Ganang. Ganang, you can go.
Thank you, moderator. Sixth myth. The best exam question are multiple choice question. Multiple choice question can damage students' thinking pattern because the solution to life is to be only true or false, where student will answer question that might not have an answer. But in this case, student can think more creatively in finding solution. It is better if the exam use essay question, which are intended to test student abilities, not to look for various answers that are not necessarily correct. Next slide. Second myth. Senior lecturer and professor teach in S2 or S3 programs. Lectures teach theory, practice, no lectures assistant. Actually, lectures can teach and can also help student practice. So it's not only lecture assistant who help with the practice. Senior lectures focus more on the former on teaching and the latter on research. In general, the duties of a lecturer as a profession include educating and training. So it's possible for lecturers to help students practice. I turn to moderate.
Okay, Ganang, thank you. And the next myth can be explained by Inas. So Inas, you can go.
Thank you, Moderat. The seventh myth is the smartest student is the student with the high IPK. Actually, all humans are born smart. However, everyone's abilities are different. The ranking system is less effective for assessing a person's level of intelligence. Therefore, IPK cannot show our intelligence but shows our ability to manage the time of life on campus. A high IPK is a hard skill, competency value, not a soft skill or effective attitude. In fact, the last 2 points that will determine a person's success. So, student with a high IPK doesn't mean that he is the smartest student. Next slide. Then the eighth myth is undergraduate thesis, and dissertation of computer people must make software system or application. Actually, the research was motivated by life problems which were later raised to be research problems. Given this problem, a better solution is needed. Computer people don't always do research that aims to make software systems or applications because actually the software is only a test bed to make it easier for us to measure research results. The results of this research will be the solution to the previous problem. I return to moderate.
Okay, thank you, Inas. And the 9 and 10 myths can be explained by myself. So the 9 myths about computing student research that must contribute to companies or society. computing student research, it doesn't have to be contribution to a company or society. Because of what? Because what is pursued is a contribution to knowledge, not to the company or to society. The form can be in the form of finding or revising theories, methods, facts, and applications. That contribution to the company or to society isn't the purpose of the research, but rather the benefit of the research. And the last needs is about the lecturer's job is to teach in class on campus. You can do business. If you look at the Minister of Education and Culture number 3, 2020 from SNPT, National Standard for Higher Education. Number 1 is about learning. Learning is the process of student interaction with lecturers and learning resources in a learning environment. Includes attitude, knowledge, and skill. Number 2, about research. Research is activities according to scientific rules and methods systematically to obtain information and data related to the understanding and testing of a branch of technological knowledge. Include the result of contribution to knowledge. And the number 3 about community service. Community service is activities of the ACADE cooperation my community that utilize science and technology to advance the welfare of society and educate the nation's life. Include university are required to seek funding higher education from various sources beyond the tuition fees of the student through grant, professional or expertise service, public and private institutional cooperation, and sustainable funding from alumni philanthropies. So the conclusion is in the end, all of these myths are just like stories passed down from generation to generation, which seems to forbid all the actions that we have described earlier. So the 10 statements must be dismissed so that we all have new thoughts and the old story statement. So that's our presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Udah matiin.
Dah.
Mati.